This is the Backlog Podcast with Kevin Lane, bringing you weekly discussions on gaming as well as quick insights into sports, entertainment, and anything else that they can think of. Be sure to check out the backlogexposed.com, where you can listen to the podcast and get links to Twitter, Discord, YouTube, and Facebook. Now, gear up and get ready because this backlog is about to be exposed.
Hey everybody, and welcome to episode number 70. That's right, number 70 of the Backlog Podcast, the official podcast of the LS5 community. What is the LS5 community? Well, the Leaky Squad, as we call it, and we get into it during this podcast. It's a community of streamers, podcasters, content creators, bloggers, reviewers, just about any type of online digital media content that you can imagine. And we've grown so big, so fast. In just a few months, we've gained 900 members. We're gearing our way straight up towards 1,000. And as a group of us, probably 25 strong, are going to TwitchCon later this month in September. We are looking to provide our community with support and feedback. And we want everyone out there to know that when we get out to TwitchCon, we're going to be making a major impact. We're always looking for ways that we can better the community and make it stronger and provide things that other communities can't provide. Right now, we have a Now Live section, which allows active community members to be presented in a way that others get to know when they go live when they're streaming. It's a pretty important indicator so that, you know, if you didn't necessarily know that a specific person was streaming or had a channel at all, now you do. Now you see them over there if you're part of the community and you're active. There's several other features and great things that we provide. We want you to be a part of the community, so if you check the show notes, you'll see a link. If you also go to thebacklogpod.com or bio.fm/backlog, that's going to get you right on over to an area where people can click all the links for our social media, as well as a link to the Leaky Squad Discord, as well as our own personal Backlog Discord. All that and more on this anniversary of September 11th. 18 years have gone by since that tragic event, and many of our gaming community were very young when that first started. I mean, if you look, a lot of these Fortnite players, they weren't even born when 9/11 occurred. And being almost 40 years old, it was a pretty impactful event in my life. I was well on my gaming career, but I was about 21 when that occurred. And, it's really, really crazy to think it's been 18 full years since that event, happened. So, again, September 11th, 2019, episode number 70, Ridikyool. We really appreciate him stopping on by, and check him out, twitch.tv/RIDIKYOOL1. Hey everybody, welcome to the Backlog Podcast, and we are live today with our boy Ridikyool. And everybody, this is a really special occasion because he is working on a charity stream that is out there to help kids. And, we're all big kids, really, if you think about it. What we do every day, getting out there, having fun with video games and working together. There are a lot of kids out there who want to be doing that same exact thing. And unfortunately, they're unable to because they're bedridden, they're sick, they're in the hospital. And people like Ridikyool are out here thinking about how can we make their lives better. So throughout this podcast, I'm going to be dropping a little link here in the chat. And Ridi, I want you to make sure that link, if you get a chance, it's the one that goes to Tiltify, right? The Starlight Starbright. That's the link I'm dropping in the chat here. And I want y'all to make sure you check it out. After this podcast, we're going to be skipping on over to his stream, where he's starting his live stream today, where he's going to be doing a charity stream. So this is kind of a hype stream to get you to learn a little bit about what he is doing today, what he's been working on, and, and also what started it all. Why is he here? Why is he doing what he's doing? And so, Ridikyool, I'm going to turn to you. Thank you for joining me on the Backlog. You reached out, and it really means a lot. I see you everywhere. You're always in people's streams. You're always supporting LS5. You're always in and out of everybody's place, their chats, and you're talking to everybody. Your networking is really, really, really strong. Tell me a little bit about your background, about your gaming styles, your habits. When did it start, and where do you want to take it?
Well, when I was younger, I had asthma very bad, like to the point, like even if I ran a little bit, my heart start acting up, and I just feel like and I finally got past that to God's faith, and there's a lot of children out here that, it's harder on them. It's more profound. The asthma is more critical, and furthermore, it's not just asthma. It's diabetes, it's cancer, it's asthma, fever, heart diseases. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on, like lung cancer, pneumonia, kidney disease, heart failure. It's so much things that I can name and I can list. It can go on and on, but to the point that it's a child involved that don't have a say so to how their lives will go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just feel like I want us to make a bigger impact on children's lives and their families, I want to do as much as I can to help these children out, because even if you're in a hospital, doesn't mean that you can't be a child.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's when you're sitting there and you got all these tubes on you, or you got people looking at you, constantly prodding you, asking you questions, and you don't know what the hell's going on. You just want to be a kid. And, right. When you see a kid in their natural environment, they're off running around, they're playing games, they're doing this and that. Now you got a kid in the hospital or even at home, but bedridden or home and not able to go do all this extra stuff. Man, it's a shame. And so what you're doing, and we've seen a couple of people here in LS5 do this kind of stuff. It means a lot, to me and to a lot of people, I'm sure, because, I was looking at your charity page. It's like $10 can help 10 kids. They take that $10 and they put that $10 towards, different things that multiple kids can use and multiple kids can benefit from. And so it doesn't take a whole lot. And you always see these TV shows back in, oh, hey, thank you for the host, because the more hosts, the more eyes, right? Appreciate that. So yeah, like the attention to just the little bit here, a little bit there, a lot here, a lot there. It goes such a long way because these people are trained to know how to make it go a long way. So my point is, for those of you, I don't want anyone coming in here and donating to me today. Today is his day. So you save that money for, when we do a little raid and we get over to his channel, he'll be talking more about it. And please put that money towards him, put those subscriptions and all that. He's doing God's work, man. And I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you, man, and all that you're doing for me. And this is not just for me, man. It's for a community that's bigger than us. The children is the future.
It's our future, man. It's when we're older, we're gonna depend on them to make games for us to play as old people. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly, man. It's phenomenal, man. I feel like exactly what you were saying. $1 will help a child. Yep. $10 will help 10 children. The more the merrier, but anybody's support is very, very appreciated.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about gaming for you growing up. Like what was the first game or series of games that you remember playing as a kid?
I was a game fanatic, man. Any type of game, I was also an athlete, so I juggle with, and speaking of athletes, they can't even be out from the hospital to even play types of sports. So nowadays, VR, for gaming, will even have them into that active stream to be like, dang, I feel this. I feel how it really
That's right.
Feel.
You were in one of my chats and I mentioned VR and you were like, you said something about VR being the shit. I love me some VR, man. And even just on PlayStation VR, there's a game called I forget the name of the game actually. Appreciate the follows and all that. Definitely bring them on in, carry them on through over to Ridi's stream. Please stick with us. and share this out. You know, I put a couple posts out there, but if you can get more people in while we're talking, the main thing is it doesn't matter how many people are here right now, because what's going to happen is this is also going to go out to my audio show, but we want people to be here ready for his stream going in, in just about half hour or so. We're going to dump y'all over there, and not in a bad way. We're going to dump you in a good way, right? Like in the pool. We're going to dunk you in a pool. So,
sorry to interrupt you, brother, but like in my circumstances, I feel how a lot of families is feeling because I have a child of my own. You know what I mean? And
how old's your child? Yeah.
Oh, she's 4 years old. Her name is Leilana. Actually,
that's awesome.
Come here. You want to say hi?
Hey, Leilana, how are you?
Good.
Wow, that is some long hair.
Yeah, they call her Moana, man. You know the Moana show movie?
Oh yeah.
Moana.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, man. I understand though, man. It's a powerful move. Like we're moving mountains with this.
Yes.
And I can't do it myself, you know. Yep. So we need this community just to help each other move that mountain together. So
that's a huge part of it, man. Getting extending it, not just one day, but remembering that this stuff is going on all the time. And so if we can continue this type of stuff, that's when I started my initiative before I came over to LS5. It was about a lot of these things kind of put together, because the type of community, when you build a community, we hit 900 people overnight in our community, 900 in Leaky Squad. Okay, it's because of people like you. It's because of people like the people in the chat, and even the people who can't be here today because they're too busy watching some NFL football because it's opening weekend. And I understand. But no, it's because of this. The way that these communities work, a lot of times is people are just, they're in it for themselves, you know. And I hate to say it, but even I was when I first thought about it. It's like, how do I get more listeners to my podcast? Oh, well, if I have a community of people, they'll want to listen to my podcast. It's not how it works. And the second you step into that realm and you start seeing how everybody interacts, you start realizing that there's more to it than just you, right? Mm-hmm. And so I totally, like, my mind flipped in what my goals were. And it was like, well, this community can help people. It can, I love seeing people realize their dreams. And you know, I'm doing well for myself. I have a great family. I have 2 kids of my own. One of them's 4, one of them's 8. And I love video games. But how can I take that love for video games and make it something more? Well, guess what?
Exactly.
Twitch comes along, Mixer comes along, YouTube comes along, all these companies come along and make it possible for us to do more. Because when I was a kid, watching somebody play video games was a pain in the ass. It was my brother never, hogging the controller. And now we can play together online, we can squad up, we can do so many different things. And we can make money, we can make communities, we can make smiles happen. And even in just the past 2.5 months, when we see what LS5 has become, and these different communities alongside of it, with Reaper and Satan's community and the Godfather's community, and I see you're part of all these things, because it doesn't have to be just one. LS5 is a collection of communities. We have people with 20,000 followers in their Instagram. They don't need us, but they want to be a part of us because of what we as a collective can do. And we can take these things like charities. I see Reaper doing his charities for kids, and it blows me away at the intensity and at the level at which he means it. And hearing you doing this, it made me it gave me a little beat in the heart, it made me feel really good. And so I love seeing it.
And shout out, sorry, man. And shout out to Reaper. He partaking in this charity too. Like, he commenced on it and he wants to be a part of it. And Reaper's a big name to a lot of people, and for him to even have open arms to be like, whatever you're doing right here, man, this is a big job, and I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of this movement. A lot of people don't know the difference from being selfish and selfless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people have a secret motive to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this because it's all about myself.
Yep.
And me, like, I just feel like all of us can make it. and all of us can combine our powers. All of us can combine our powers and put it into good use to these children, that don't have no say so. And it wasn't their fault that they came into this life like that. So it's very emotional. And can I tell you guys something that's is very important to me, and it's very well, my sister, she my nephew, he was about 5-6 months old. He had a hole in his heart, and he unfortunately passed away. And he don't have a father. He didn't have a father. His father passed away from a gun shooting and all this and stuff. But it makes me be the one that have to step up as a father figure for him and my other nephew, because I don't want them to go without a father figure. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't their fault. So, and me losing that, my nephew right there, and not really having a say so to that and not helping him, like, it's very hard and it's emotional. Like, I feel like I want to help as much children as I can, and never be to that part never, so it's very emotional, man. So I appreciate every single one of you that's really here for us and for the children of Starlight Foundation.
If you just brought up something that kind of hit home a little bit with that, because a similar situation happened with one of my good friends. His name's Rick, and this was, it's got to be almost 10 years ago now, but same situation, born with a hole in his heart, and they did everything that they possibly could, spent, I want to say millions in the insurance covered luckily a lot of it, but they spent so much money trying to keep this little boy alive, and at the end of the day, he had no choice. The little boy had no choice to go through with what he went through. And so for as long as he was able to live, it was torment, if you really think about it. And, then you have these kids, like you said, asthma, something as simple as asthma, coughing when you run, to being bedridden because their legs don't work, or, just muscular dystrophy. All of these things impact. And I'm sure all of us know somebody who has a kid or a brother or sister, something that has something similar, impacting them. It's not uncommon. So doing what you're doing, and hopefully we can ride this wave and use LS5 and these other communities to push this type of stuff on a continuous basis, not just today, but tomorrow too, and next year too, and next week, and next, just to push that through and make it a thing that we can do for people. Because as we are a community of awesome people, we can continue that awesomeness by giving back. And so, what you're doing is just, it's awesome to see. And again, I go back to, it's not just because of this that makes you awesome, right? You have gone above and beyond in our community, talking with different people, showing support and love. One of the hardest things as a streamer is getting started and having those flutters of, will people like me? Will people embrace what I'm trying to do? Or am I worthwhile? Any of that stuff. And there you are. Hey, what's up? How you doing? You make people feel good right off the bat. And it's not just one or two streams. I see you everywhere. And I told you this last week. I was just like, I need to be able to spend more time in your stream, because you do so much for people, even if it's just a little hello, or you sit there for an hour or two talking with people and other people in their chats, and it goes a long way. And I just got to say, as one of the leaders in LS5, it makes my life easier when people like you come in and spread that love, because the community has to self-sustain, and that's how it self-sustains. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I appreciate you, man. And I thank you guys. I'm so happy to be a part of an organization like this, So, shout out to, Leaky. Shout out to Saints Army, Godfather. It's a lot of variables that make this foundation strong. It's like you watering the roots and you watering the seeds to bloom something that's stronger, like a stronger bark of a tree. And this is our family tree right here. So, it's more growth and more growth. And
speaking of strong trees, man, I've been outside trying to cut through these trees. And LS5 in just a couple of months is stronger than these damn trees. I'm promising you that. We got, like I said, 900 members last night. And our goal, it slowed down. When school came on, in August was a really tough month for a lot of people. You even saw with Reaper's stream, he's usually averaging 115 people. It's down to 80, 90 because people are going back to school. Parents have to take care of their kids differently because, schedules change and all that across the board. And this is new, Twitch and stuff. It's been around for years, but it's new as the popularity with Fortnite and the popularity of streaming that's spiked over the last 2 years. It's kind of a culture shock to how we all do this. You have you have a 4-year-old there. You got to change things up. You want to stream, but you got your kid. That's more important. So you got things you got to take care of, and it's soon she's gonna be going through school, and so you got to be there for the bus stops and this and that. It's just nuts. So, anyways, with all that being said, it slowed down in August, but it's picking back up as people are getting adjusted to those schedules. And we have a group of people, about 20, 25 of us, going out to TwitchCon at the end of the month, and I really hope that we can hit that 1,000 member mark before we get out there, because that'll give us some more fuel to be able to talk to people out there, that can do something more than we can right now. Maybe give us more of a spotlight. We're not even fully sure of what we can accomplish out there, but we're going out there to accomplish. And having people like you be able to say, this is what we're doing. We're not just playing games. We're doing charities. We're doing events. We're bringing people in to support each other. And all that stuff, it really does show to the people. I imagine Twitch loves other people doing charity streams under their banner. I'm sure that means a lot to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let's lighten it up just a minute here. You play a lot of Fortnite, right?
Yes,
you still play a lot of Fortnite? All right. Who is your favorite Fortnite streamer?
Who's my favorite?
There can be more than one. You can have a couple. That way, if they're listening right now, you never know.
I like Nick A.
Okay.
A.
Yep.
I like him and Myth. Myth is always
Myth is awesome.
He's so energetic and so hyper, man.
Yeah.
He'll get up and start dancing. I love it. I like that.
I gotta say something about Myth real quick, because he took a beating publicly, at least on in the Reddits and all that, where he was number 2, right? He was just behind Ninja from viewership and all that, and then Fortnite continued to pop off, and even Ninja fell off from the skill level. But Myth is amazing. He's still one of the best. He's still energetic even through all the trials and tribulations, and he's a young guy. He's not like it's not like he's been working all his life. This is one of the first biggest things that guy's ever going to have done in his life, and he's a superstar. So I really love his energy and his positivity and his humor. He's great. You mentioned Nick A30 as well. What do you think about Twitch hiring Nick A30, in my opinion, to replace Ninja, obviously to fill that gap?
That gap.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it, man. I like Nick. He's just so warm, welcoming. He loves the people, and he's very polite. And I was just on the stream not too long ago, and he was playing with one of his buddies, and his buddies was like, I'm not that good, this and that. And he was like, man, it doesn't matter if you're good or not, man. You're here with me and we're having fun, this and that. That's very strong, because there's a lot of people that don't have that much, experience on a game, and it doesn't mean that you can't play with them, if they're your friend, then why wouldn't you not want to play with your friend? Because,
and also the growth. I mean, a lot of these pros get training, true training, not just play with me and you're playing with someone better so you win. No, they got people sitting down telling them how to hold a controller or how to use the mouse and keyboard better and their bindings, and so they're the Nick A30's positivity is through the roof. Almost I think a lot of people who don't like him is because they don't believe it's real, but I watch that guy and he seems to be just a really energetic, really personable, really nice guy. And I like I like that Twitch got him to be able to put him out there because, that's someone you can put your
Right.
kid in front of and never worry that that they're going to see the wrong thing. And that's awesome.
Yeah, man. So that was a good movement. I mean, Ninja going to Mixer, more power to him to go to Knicks. That's what he wanted to do, man. He took over the whole Mixer. So now he's signed up with I think Adidas.
Yeah, he just signed up with Adidas to go after Nike. I mean,
he's doing big.
Good luck.
He's doing. I know. Good luck on that, but he's doing big things, and there's no hate in people. If it was less hate in people's blood, this world would be so much in a better, state. I try to spread love.
Cushy Nugs was saying that he's gonna switch from his Nikes over to Adidas because of that move, and he's gonna get rid of his whole shoe collection. I'm just kidding. Someone clip that and send it to him without the just kidding.
I'm about to say.
No, I don't know if you ever seen the Cushy Nugs behind him. He has he's got
a whole spot full of J's and Jordans and Nike.
He's also gonna bleach his hair, make it green. I can't wait for the new and improved Cushy Ninja.
And LS5, man, it just reminds me of love and support, man. LS stands for love and support.
I love that, man. I love that. I never heard that yet.
Yeah. So,
look at this guy. Look at this guy.
I'm trying, man.
Seriously, no, that's awesome, man. Love and support ×5. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, before Fortnite came along, what type of games were you sucked into on a regular basis?
Oh, Call of Duty. I was a shooting type of gamer,
Okay.
But I played sport games too. I played Final Fantasy, all that. Kingdom Hearts. I play so much, back to Twisted Metal and Spiral Dragon and Killer Instinct. It's so much. So
there
I play, man. It
no
doesn't
limits.
matter what it was. No limits.
Okay. A good game is a good game.
Legend, I just Donkey Kong, Super Mario.
Man, you're calling out some history.
Going way back, man.
That is awesome.
Yeah, man. I'm to the point. I'm a competitive player, but shout out to my boy Looney, man. Looney Games.
Yeah, Looney.
He's new to Fortnite, and I always tell him, man, look, man, even if you knew, he said, I'm gonna be trash. I'm like, look, everybody starts from somewhere, bro.
That's
what
right.
I mean? So I said, I'm here to help you, man. We can go to Playground, and I can help you put some hours in just to help you out.
If you ever want to feel good about yourself and your skill sets in Fortnite, go look up a video. It's Ninja's his first day playing Fortnite. And to know that when he played his first day of Fortnite, that was considered the best there was. And that was what, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago? Not even. That was the most amazing gameplay ever. So if you go look at that, obviously they've made changes to the game and this and that, but if you go look at that clip, and then you go see how you play, you're better than Ninja was when Ninja was the best. Okay,
right.
Things have changed. The skill set and the skill gap has been increased, but you think about that for a second, and you just say to yourself, with practice and time, that guy gets 10 to 18 hours a day playing Fortnite. All of us have jobs and lives, and we don't have that benefit, so you have to take that into account.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
He's got sponsors. He's got people sitting there telling him. I mean, there's math behind it. There's science behind this. And so we don't always have the chance to stop and look, but all the way down to how fast you can go up making stairs in 90s. There is literally, without lag, there's only so fast you can go, and there's only the perfect angle. There's no 10 perfect angles. There's only one. And if you can hit that every time, and you can, there's people who use controller add-ons and stuff, mods that do that for you automatically. So you never know who you're playing against. There's people who cheat. So unless you're truly doing it for the money, don't worry about how good you are. Do your best. Learn. Remember to reach out to people who might be better than you. Ask them, how did you do that? I try to get my son to do that. He's 8. He's not interested yet. He's still doing he likes the playground over top of competitive.
Yeah.
But he's so good when he tries. When he really puts his mind to it, he's really, really, he can focus. He can.
Yeah, my
adapt.
My nephew 10 years old and he's phenomenal, man. He's already good. I'm like, I was training him and stuff, but like he put in his work and
he'd be training you soon.
I'm like, dang, we on playground and I got him and my boys playing, Saint being there too. And he be giving it to Saint, he be really like tearing us up. I'm like,
you should see. So my boy Team Emar, Joe, his kids are phenoms when it comes to Fortnite, and they're both just amazing. And his son was young, his son's younger than mine, but even a year ago, he's over here getting solo victories and stuff at age 4, 5, 6, 7. Just amazing.
God dang.
Just amazing. Certain things click with certain people, and sometimes it takes a lot, sometimes it takes a little. But again, you remember the people you're playing against. They had the World Cup come out, and the World Cup is over here. The oldest person in the World Cup's 24 years old. You're telling me there's no 40-year-old men like me able to go out there and win? Well, guess not, right? Because we had our chance and we didn't make it. So 25 and under crowd dominated that shit. So and good for them. It's a whole different ball game right now. But I don't want to take too much away from the stream that you're about to do. What I want to do is I'll wrap up the podcast. I'll give you however long you need. I'm going to keep streaming, and I want everyone here to stay with me. But also, if you can, reach out. Try to get as many people in here as you can for this raid. And again, I know it's football day, so it's a little tough. But I want to get a nice little raid and let him start his stream off right. And Ridikyool, when you're ready, you just ping me, and I will. I'll send them on over, man. Whether it's 3 minutes or 10 or whatever, you just let me know. You take your time.
Hey, I thank you, man. I thank you. I thank all of you guys that's here and supporting us. Love and and strength, man. Love and support. We out here and
love that. Love and support
for the children. We're doing it for the children, man. I'll see you later, man.
Absolutely. I'm gonna pop this link one more time in the chat for everyone. Please go over and follow Ridikyool. Stick with me for another couple of minutes. We're gonna send you on over. Ridi, thank you so much, and I look forward to. I'm gonna play some Fortnite with you when we get a chance. Okay?
Thank you, man.
If you would do the pleasure of letting me.
Oh, it's perfect. I got you. See you, man.
I'll see you, bud. Thank you.